project started because I visited my parents. I didn't live near them. And one day I took a photograph when I was leaving because I had some Kodachrome film in my camera. And it was a very colorful picture with pink and green and red and blue. And it was just a photograph, and I put it away. And then a couple years later, I took another one. And 2 or 3 years after that, I took a third one. And I found that it made it easier to say goodbye. I always felt like if I could take a picture, I could carry a little piece of them at home with me in my camera. So it made me feel better to take them with me. They always came outside to say goodbye, and they always waved to me. So it started to become something we did every time to make us all feel better. This one starts in 1991, and then we go for 27 years until my dad first passes away, and then my mother passes away, and then I end up with the empty driveway. This is the last photograph I would ever take of my father. So I didn't know it. You know, you take these pictures as the years and the months go by, and each time you think, is this going to be the last one I ever take? This was in August or September. And then at Christmas, she's waving goodbye alone, and it was very hard to leave. And then we kept going with just my mother. So this is the baby in the car, and he grows up, and he's always with me visiting mom and dad. That's part of the reason I came, so that he could see his grandparents. And so he was riding in the car, and in this picture, he's driving the car. And I'm leaning out the side window. And then he was actually here with my mom on the last day, the last time I took her last photograph.
At first, they were just snapshots of my grandparents waving goodbye, you know, and other family members. But then I think the more I've seen it and the more people have responded to it, I've realized that there's something. It tells a larger story, and I've come to appreciate that.
So after my mother's death and her funeral, I knew all along that eventually I would have this empty driveway. And I don't think I realized how hard it would be or how empty it would seem, because I'd never in my life had a time when no one was waving to me. So this was a very difficult picture. These always gave me a smile, and this one, I just cried.